For the first time this season, we are back at Doran Park for the second day in a row. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pregame Tomahawk Talk. I'm Adam Gockin, alongside Cam Manna and Nathan Schwartz, ahead of the Bourne Braves taking on the Chatham Anglers. This is the second time that these two teams meet this season, and Cam, the first time they met was one of the crazier baseball games that I've ever seen.
Yeah, Bourne lost the game 5-1, and they had 8 hits to Chatham's 2. Chatham did hit the long ball in that game, but we saw Donovan Zach on the bump. He had 8 strikeouts. The Bourne offense then stalled out, but not stalled out in the way that we've seen right now. They had 8 hits in that game. That was the runners in scoring position part that came over here today and the continued issues that the Braves have had. But look, Bourne pitched very well in that game from the bullpen and on. You allowed 2 hits. You didn't get to win the game, but Chatham had 5 runs. We saw the walks and hit by pitches. That really plagued Bourne in that one.
You said it there at the very end. The walks and the hit by pitches were the big issue. Double-digit free passes given up to the A's in that game. Nathan, the Braves are going to try and turn that around this time, and they have a new arm in Tucker Novotny getting his first start of the season.
Yeah, another Minnesota left-hander getting a weekend start for the Bourne Braves. It's Tucker Novotny instead of Connor Whitgriff, who made 2 starts the last couple of Saturdays. And Novotny's been a weekend guy in this Minnesota rotation for the last couple of seasons. Was on the All-Big Ten third team 2 years ago. Dave Winfield Pitcher of the Year last season. He has the stuff to be able to perform well so far. He's draft eligible. And Bourne fans might remember him from last summer where he made 3 appearances against the Bravos with Katuitt. 2 of those came here at Doran Park, in which he didn't give up a run.
You said it there. He's very experienced. He's played 3 games before in the Cape, so while he may be new this year, it is a Cape League veteran. Cam, back to this Braves team and how it's been doing recently. You said the offense earlier in the season was getting hits, but just couldn't bring them home. Right now, getting the hits is an issue.
Yeah, a big issue right now. We've seen continued lineup changes from the Bravos. They'll have Penny bat 1 here again tonight. Now Stanfield will bat 2 instead of 9 from what we saw last night. But Blake Barthel out of Coastal Carolina now activated to the team. Could see him off the bench here tonight. For the Braves, there's been that change from Scott Landers top to bottom through the first 9 hitters, and now it comes down to, are these bats going to get alive? And tonight's a game to get it done. Chatham, the last 4 games, they have 1 win. They haven't been playing their best baseball, especially on the offensive side. They've been allowing a run differential of 18-10 right now. So this is the time for the Braves to really turn this thing around, and it comes down to, are the bats going to be consistent for a full 9 innings?
As you said it there, the Bravos trying to turn things around. We'll see if they can do it in just a little bit. Pre-game Tomahawk Talk continues on. Adam Gockin now joined by Adonys Guzman here on Pregame Tomahawk Talk, ahead of the Bourne Braves taking on the Chatham Anglers. Adonys, first off, this is year 2 for you in Bourne. What's it been like to be back here?
It's great. I mean, we always get nice crowds out here, great support system. Great to be back with Salty and Coach Landers. Just here to learn again and hopefully win another championship.
What's it been like to have Coach Saltzlamakia? He's a former catcher, you're a catcher. How much does that help your game?
It's an incredible help. I mean, just talking with him through small things, just like how he thought as a catcher and just the mindset of the game. Also, in like the physical aspect of the game, I know I've been struggling a little bit with some things, and we're there before every game working on stuff on the machine, and he's just helping me with a bunch of things that I don't think a lot of people can, just based off his experience.
And today on the mound, it's Tucker Novotny getting his first start. He's a guy who's new here. As a catcher, how do you try and get him acclimated to the team so that you guys are all ready?
Well, as a catcher, it's my job to make him feel comfortable, so I just kind of speak to him before the game, just kind of get an idea of what he wants to work with, wants to work in the game, and just kind of how he's going to attack the game, learning about his arsenal, how his pitches move, what he's comfortable with, and what count, and just going from there.
You made the transfer from Boston College to Arizona. How different is that to go from playing Northeast baseball, where you may not get that many home games early on, to probably the hottest place to play?
I mean, I thought it was great. It was an awesome experience. Just the weather was immaculate every day, and that's obviously something you can't compare to in the Northeast. But it was an amazing experience just be able to be on another coast and play in front of a whole new brand of baseball, kind of. So it was great.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Adam Gockin now joined by Sean Brennan, beat reporter for the Bourne Braves here on Pregame Tomahawk Talk. Sean, let's dive into this Chatham Anglers squad now a little bit. A team that at the start of the season had a lot of excitement around it, a new manager, a new feel, but over the past couple of games has struggled a little bit.
Yeah, they were rolling when the Braves went into Chatham, but since then they've lost 6 of their last 10. They also lost 3 of their last 4, and we're going to get into it a little more, but it's really been their offensive struggles. The pitching has been very solid, but the bats just haven't been able to get it done. Very similar to this Braves team, so we kind of see 2 squads cut from the same cloth here today at Doran Park.
So let's get into that offense a little bit and those offensive issues. There's a lot of star power, but those guys right now are just struggling to get it done.
Yeah, but I mean, that can be expected with the start of the season. They're bottom half in the league in most offensive categories, and much like this Brave teams, they are struggling with runners in scoring position, hitting below 200. So we're going to see something's got to give here between two teams that can't seem to get it done when they have runners in advantageous positions. So yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Just interesting all around with this Chatham team. Today on the mound, they go with Evan Crest out of Jacksonville. He'll be transferring to Florida State soon. He was incredible in his freshman year with an ERA under 3, but this past season, that ERA jumped all the way up close to 7, but he's someone who does have really good stuff.
Yeah, and those struggles carried over onto the Cape. He struggled against Brewster on the 21st, gave up 5 earned runs, so this is going to be a little bit of a bounce back for him. But yeah, he has the stuff to get it done. Obviously, he's on the Cape for a reason. We say that about a lot of pitchers. Sometimes their stats in college don't necessarily mean that they don't have the stuff and they won't dominate on the Cape. He hasn't dominated quite yet, but he has a chance to do so again today.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. First pitch coming up at 6 p.m. between the Bourne Braves and the Chatham Anglers.